Hello, lovelies. It's G here with Golden Thread Tarot, and I do have some cards today, but I'm going to be talking about a channeled message first before I talk to you guys. And I just want to have like a little chit chat with you guys. Yeah, that was the Seven of Pentacles, by the way. Um, I was just about to say I've kind of been thinking about this for the past few days, but I've kind of been like waiting on it, kind of trying to formulate the words how I kind of really want to talk to you guys about this, because it's a realization I've been praying for, or just to come out of any kind of confusion, to see everything with clarity, and things like that, and and things like that. And um I have noticed, okay? And when I say this, I'm not coming for anybody in the tarot community. I'm not trying to spill any tea or anything like that. I'm not trying to start any drama, because yeah, I understand why, um, why it's like this. Especially when we are going to be talking about the twin flame journey, right? Or if you identify with having like a soulmate, having like that one true partner out there that's right for you, right? I feel like that. Okay, one, I want to say this, right? Tarot only tells you what you already know, right? So if you can discover things through tarot, right? If you're speaking to your spirit guides, if you're asking for answers, what should you do, right? I'm not saying that it's not like a wonderful tool for your spirit guides to talk to you and guide you through. It definitely is. I love tarot, right? But specifically when it comes to getting love readings on, like love readings in tarot, right? It's based on emotion. It's based on how you feel. So if you feel like a person is a certain way, then that's what the tarot is going to reflect, because we're pulling your energy, right? And in this way, tarot can be tricky, right? Because you can trick yourself into or the fact, right, that tarot is not giving you a direct name. Like sometimes I get direct channeled names, but like the tarot is just pulling a person, and we can give you characteristics as to what that card represents, right? Oh, this is a person that does this, does that. It could be this this astrological sign, right? So tarot only reads your energy, and it can be confusing because it's asking you to interpret, right? That's what I just have to interpret the energy that I'm reading off the cards, and then from what I'm saying, you have to interpret and assign who the tarot is trying to tell you or trying to guide you about, based on who you know and what the characteristics of the people that you know are, right? That's what you're doing when you're viewing tarot, right? Like, because they could pull a King of Pentacles, and so you're like, well, I know people that are like this, and this is probably that person, right? For this, I don't know if I explained that very well, but the Emperor, right? And that's exactly you guys, and that's exactly what I want to talk about. And I love how Spirit just cut straight to the quick, right? With the Devil right behind the Emperor, with the Three of Cups right here. Okay, like look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. My gosh. Okay. So this is exactly what I want to talk about. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit's like, get back on track, right? So there's a lot of things, a lot of types of like devil energy that will try to stop union from happening, right? A lot of things. Sometimes those things are our own inner devil energy, and most of the time that's what it is, right? A karmic or whoever it is can only tempt you so much, right? Now, I'm not saying that the temptation is not grand and that it's not purposely catered just to your specific temptation, right? Because God knows you, or the spirit realm, it knows you. And it knows exactly what it needs to try to do to tempt you out of what you're supposed to be doing. Exactly. Right? To hold you up, to stop you from coming forward, to stop you from having this foundation. Right? By the way, I want to try to say with this right here, somebody's coming forward, but we're about to get into this. I want to talk about this first. Spirit's like, so I want you guys to know, so I've noticed something out there, right? And I have said myself, I've had people comment and ask me about, like what the twin flame journey is about. And I'm like, oh, well, a lot of readers talk about how the twin flame journey can be toxic because most divine feminines and divine masculines, when you're born into this world, you're also light workers, you're also empaths, you also have psychic abilities and other things like that, right? That's how it's just part of being somebody that's more connected with the spirit realm or more connected to your higher self. The divine will put people on your path who have the capability to be your divine counterpart or to vibe on the same level as you, or that will come up and read like the same person, right? So that's what I was saying earlier, right? If you view somebody as your divine masculine, then the Emperor card's going to pop out. But so much of the time, though, it's a test. Okay? And you've probably heard of these people, right? The false flames or whatever kind of label that you want to put on it. But what it basically is just a karmic soulmate, right? A karmic test. And these people can come into our lives to really test us, right? And they're going to hit us where we want it the most, because a lot of us have abandonment issues, codependency issues, attachment, detachment issues, just things that we have to work out, right? That's why so many of us, I've said before on my channel, I haven't always been an enlightened divine being, and I'm still working every day to try to become a better version of myself, right? To try to become the highest acting version of myself. That doesn't mean that I don't act petty sometimes. That doesn't mean that I don't gossip sometimes. I need to try to work on that harder, but it doesn't mean that doesn't happen. But in my past, I have been on karmic bullshit, bro. Like, I have done toxic things in my past, and I know that I have, and I'm still trying to work those toxic ways out of my being, right? And I could be understanding of that. But something I've been noticing in the community, right? A lot of people have been saying, excuse me, right? Wake up. Okay. A lot of people have been saying how, oh, because I'm sorry, you guys. I know I'm like all over the place. Spirit's putting like so many downloads in my head at the same time. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. Okay. So much of the time we can be confused about exactly who our divine counterpart actually is. Because a lot of times these karmics can come into our lives wearing a mask, right? They can come into our lives wearing a mask, posing as this person, posing as your other counterpart, right? That's where the whole false flame things comes from, right? Because the devil card was right behind that, right? This person can come in posing as this perfect counterpart to you, right? But they do all this fuckboy stuff, right? And I do believe a lot of the time, right, especially 818 down on the clock, especially if you are specific, well, actually, I think in our society in general, right, we've talked about this before, and I'm not trying to get political with this or anything like that. I'm just saying, we've heard things like men are allowed to say things or do things that women would really get in trouble for. I mean, and there are biases on the other side as well, right? Women can do a lot of things, especially like physically to men, that if a man did it, they would get fucked up for doing it, right? Or they would get cast out by society for doing it. But however, no. I've noticed a lot in the tarot community, there's a lot of excusing what the masculine does while holding other feminine energies to task, right? If a person that you want to identify as your divine masculine's karmic is playing pregnancy traps, playing mind games, manipulation, not taking care of their kids like they should be, having people on the side while they're going out of a marriage. Oh, that person's a karmic. They're a karmic. They're a karmic. However, do you fail to understand that your divine masculine is there doing the same thing with that person? Would you still label this person a divine masculine and label this person a karmic devil? If your divine masculine is there with the karmic, then they're still in karmic energy themselves. As long as they're there, as long as they're married, as long as they have you on the side, you know. And I have heard so many different tarot readers talk about how, oh, your divine masculine has probably had you running game, has probably had you running scams, has had you on the streets, has had you doing this. Oh, they're teaming up with the karmic and casting out black magic and death spells against you. Would you ever do that? Honestly, ask yourself, would you ever do that? No? Because you're a divine being. And if this supposed emperor is out there doing those things, he is not a divine masculine. He is pretending to be a divine masculine, and he is a karmic. This person, right? So many of us feminines, okay, out there are blessed with seeing people's beautiful potential energy inside of them. Just because this person has the capability to be a divine masculine, if they are still acting on the karmic BS, if they are still with their karmic, if they are out there and they got 5 or 6 women on the side, if they're still manipulating people, if they're trying to manipulate their karmic into leaving through talking down to them or acting like this, they are still in karmic energy. You don't want this person that's acting like this. And I'm going to tell y'all, I was watching a reading and it was talking about, oh, your divine masculine is doing this or doing that. And I'm just like, I came to the realization, right? Even if this person is my divine masculine, I don't want them. I don't want them when they're doing this. I don't want them when they're teaming up with the karmic and they're running game, or even if they understand who the karmic is and they are, you know, but if they're still doing manipulative things and trying, instead of just getting up and walking out the door and handling things like a grown-up, they're not anywhere close to somebody that I want. If they're still here in this energy right here, I don't want this person. Even supposedly if they are, right? Because a lot of us get caught up in that, oh my God, yes, I have that perfect soulmate, one person that is so meant for me, and they are the other half of my soul, and they are everything that I am, and they will just understand me, and they will love me forever, and we've been together forever, and we're infinitely mixing together and loving each other, and that's beautiful, and it is beautiful. But if your supposed partner is here doing this, are they your partner or are they a karmic test? If your supposed person that you have been believing is your divine masculine has had you on the side, is got you doing things that could end you up in jail, that are, if they're casting spells against you, if they are casting stagnation spells against you, if they are trying to hold you back, even if it's because I love this person, I want to be with them, what is that? Baby, that's toxic love. That's toxic. You think I care if you tell me you love me or you're obsessed with me? Okay, that's more like it. Gross. Who wants to know that? Who's obsessed with you? Just pick a card. Who's obsessing over you? That's disgusting. I don't want to know who's obsessing over me. Because I don't want anybody obsessing over me. And I don't want to obsess over anybody either. That's codependent. That's toxic. I've said before, right, that if your person that's supposedly is your twin flame, right, is doing the fuck shit, and this person is actually your twin flame, right? 1424 was down right on the clock when I said that, right? Move on, because that's part of your test. It is always going to be part of your test, as if you have purged all the codependency out of yourself, okay? Because don't convince yourself, right, that, oh, I'm over this person, I moved on from this person, but you're still watching but you're still watching tarot readings about what they're doing with their karmic. Don't let a tarot reader tell you, oh, you're over this person, you're over this person, you don't even think about this person, while the title of the video that you clicked on was, your DM is doing this with his karmic. Secrets exposed. You're not over that person. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be curious, and I'm not saying that maybe that's the first tarot reading that you've picked on, that you've clicked on it in months about your divine masculine. That's possible too, right? But if you're watching those, don't let a tarot reader tell you, oh, you're over them while you're there watching that video. You're not. And if your person is doing this, then you need to walk away. And it does not matter if they are your perfect being, if they are your perfect other half, if they're the perfect person that you'll have the perfect sex and the perfect life with. If they are in this energy, you will not. And if you accept them in this energy, you will not. Period. You think you're my divine masculine? Then fucking act like it. You don't have to be perfect, but this, honey, I'm gonna kick that ass to the curb. I'm not even gonna be there to kick you to the curb. Like, you're gonna kick yourself to the curb with all the fuck shit that you're doing. Somebody might be messaging you, reaching out to you with some kind of bad news. Like, and I'm gonna tell you something, I'm getting a really petty vibe off of this. I'm getting a really petty vibe off of this. Like, this person's gonna be like, by the way, I'm the one that ruined your divine masculine. I sullied him. I stopped him from coming into contact with you. Did you? Was it my divine masculine? Or was it your karmic? You guys just karmics to each other? Think about it. Anyway, so like I said, somebody might reach out to you with a kind of a petty, like, oh, I'm the one that brought down your house. I'm the one that stopped reunion. I'm the one. He's not. And they could not say it like that, right? They could be like, so-and-so's not coming towards you. We're working things out. I'm pregnant. He's going to be with me. So you need to stop talking about him, or you need to stop casting spells on him, or whatever kind of BS that she's going to be talking about. But what I want you to actually worry about, right, is this King of Pentacles, okay? This is the real. This is something real that's coming in here, right here, okay? This is a person that's still working on, okay, first off, this is still a message, okay? This is still a message for this other person, right? This other person that you think is your divine masculine is going to come in posing like this person. You know how we've been talking about this person's coming in for you, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This person, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. This person just represents a karmic old cycle. Okay? That's all this person is. Okay? Now, for some of you, you might have several different people coming in. I'm feeling that energy too. I'm feeling like you're going to have to use your powers of discernment to really understand who's who, who's wearing a false mask, who's a karmic, who's the divine masculine and karmic energy. You know, who's the person that was a karmic the whole time, but they were posing like they were your divine masculine to use your energy. You know, who's who, and you're gonna have to figure that out. And it's coming. You know, tarot can only tell you so much, right? Like I was saying before, it only can reflect what you already know. Thank you, Spirit. This magician card came out, but I lost it back in there. Oof. Yes. Yes. Okay. you are going to have the strength in this situation to balance yourself out, right? You're going to have to use your intuition. You're going to have to use your powers of manifestation. You're going to have to work this out yourself. That's what you're going to have to do. And there's a plane traveling overhead. It's about traveling and movement. I swear. I love it when spirit just talks like this. I love it so much. You're going to have the strength to stay in your Nine of Pentacles. This person is coming towards you. And this person is going to do a bunch to try to pretend like they've done the work. They've gone inside, right? But this person has not done the work. This person is still in their victim mode, their victim mentality. They're like, I couldn't see things clearly. I rejected you. I can't believe I did that. I see who you are now. But look, what this person is not telling you is that they're still Six of Swords in reverse. Like, they're still all in the choppy water. They are the choppy water. They're a liar, and they're here to just make things worse. I'm hearing your ex. This could be your ex. Okay? So if you have an ex that comes back into your life, like, no. And also, if you have a person that you've been thinking is your divine masculine, and that person like ghosted you and left you on red, or hasn't talked to you, or, you know, has been on some fuck shit, yeah, that person has been stagnant on purpose because of mind games. And if this person is still about mind games, nah. Exactly. In that. And go on to the next cycle. Okay? Exactly. This person, look at this. Did you see that? Look. This person is opposite everything that you are. Did you notice that? Right? You're the Queen of Wands, but he's the King of Wands in reverse. He's got all these emotions and all this stuff for you, but you're like, I'm over it. I'm done with this. There's an imbalance here, like a major imbalance. And two have to want to balance that, right? But at the same time, you have to understand when it's time for you to just cut your cords and walk away and go, no. You know, I forgive you. I bless you. Have a good life, but move on, because I'm ready to start my new cycle. I'm ready for this new cycle. I'm ready for the blessings. I'm ready for the abundance. And it's just what I say, money, money, money. It's not about money, right? Somebody keeps thinking that I'm pulling this King of Pentacles, and it's like, I'm going to choose the rich guy. Or like, I'm telling you, choose the rich guy instead of this other guy. Like, no. This King of Pentacles is about somebody who's stable. Yes, financially, but also foundationally. They have a stable foundation. Also, if you have somebody that comes into your life, yes. If you have somebody that comes into your life and they're like, baby, choose me, there's victory with me. Like, I'm going to make you a star. I just heard somebody say that, but I got the most grimy feeling off of that. So if somebody is coming into your life and somebody says that to you, I'm going to make you a star. I can make you famous. I can. Don't deal with that. Yeah, I don't like the feeling that I got off that. So that's just a little message for somebody out there. Spirit's just pulling the same cards. You need to understand that the best thing that you can ever do for a twin flame is to choose yourself. Not in a selfish way, but in like a, I love myself too much to deal with somebody who's done these things to me. Because I ask myself honestly, if this person is out there casting spells against you or doing those things, do you feel like at some point in your life that I feel like I would feel like I could never trust that person. Because I know me, I would never cast spells to go against somebody's will. I would never pray for my person to lose abundance or to be confused, or like, and it would not matter. And it would not matter who was coming to me and telling me that, right? My own mother could come to me and tell me, "Oh, this person is casting spells against you. You need to cast a death spell against them. They're taking away all your abundance." No, what? What are you talking about? No, I'll just do a return to sender. No, because you don't need to do any more than that. Anything more than that, and you're adding karma onto yourself. If you're like return to sender plus plus an extra fuck you, bitch, I don't like, blah blah blah, all that stuff, and I'll curse you because no, what? No, don't do that. What's the point? You should have just took the curse, because whatever you put out is what's gonna come back, right? So all you gotta do is do a simple return to sender. That's it. No more, no less. And if you allowed yourself to be tricked into thinking that you needed to do extra, then you've fallen more than you think you have. Then you need to be humble. Just period. And that's the way that you need to feel about your divine counterpart. Okay? Because that's how cut and dry, like, God is. Like, that's how cut and dry Spirit is. Spirit's like, I can give you another chance to redeem yourself, but at the same time, that doesn't mean you redeeming yourself is going to mean, oh, you're going to get that person. Like, no, I'll give you somebody else. Like, once you actually do the work and you go on, I'll give you another soulmate you can be happy with. But it's not going to be the person that you used and abused. Why would that be your reward? What kind of reward would that be for that other person? God is always going to tell you to choose yourself. God is always going to tell you to put yourself first. Put your self-worth first. Right? I should say it that way. Right? Because I'm not trying to tell people to be selfish all the time. But you need to be understanding that it's important to have boundaries in your life. It's important to be guarded in a smart way, right? It's important to make people not prove themselves to you, but you just give time. You give people time to show who they really are, right? But somebody has to be willing to be with you and interact with you and be around you and text you and call you and do those things, and if they're not, then they're obviously not worth your time. And I also want to ask yourself too, like, do you ever think that the divine is going to put somebody in your path that is in a relationship that's supposed to be your divine person? You might meet this person, but it's not going to be this person is not going to be like, oh, let me put you as a side chick. No, that's karmic. Right? And you can be like, no, I'm not going to fuck with this. And either they're going to be like, okay, and actually legitimately, like, if they want to be with you, drop this other person, do it in a, appropriate way, and then come to you. Because that's how I would want myself to handle it, right? I'm not saying that I've always handled it like that in the past. Like I said, I have done karmic issues. I've done karmic things, and I know that in certain ways I have paid off that karmic debt, and I'll have to pay it off in other ways, right? I understand that. And your divine counterpart needs to learn that lesson too. So, Tower card is your victory. And their karma is this. If that's what they choose to do. Now, it might not be forever if they choose to get it together and start acting like that. But that doesn't mean that you need to wait around forever on them. That you need to always say, oh, well, I can only ever be with this one person. And that's the only person I'll ever be with ever. Because they're my perfect match. No. If you with the shit, I'm not with you. Because I'm trying to not be with the shit. And like I said, that doesn't mean that I expect you to be perfect, that I expect you to not say, or like, And when I say I'm talking about you collective, right? Like you shouldn't accept this or you shouldn't accept that. I'm not specifically talking about my own me personally, right? I mean, I am talking about me, but I'm not talking about just me. I'm also talking about you. Or I'm just giving my opinion. Maybe I should say that, because you obviously don't have to believe the same way that I do, but this is just my opinion, right? This is the conclusions I have come to for myself, which is having true self-respect for yourself is different than I expected. It's harder than I thought it would be for me, because I think I realized how deep my insecurities really went and how deep my codependency issues went. And when I really look back and I'm just like, were you really gonna excuse this person doing these things? Most people would say, oh no, I'm not. No, I'd never accept a man that cheated on me. I'd never accept this. I'd never accept that. But when you're in the situation, right? I was always the type of person that said I wouldn't accept that, or I wouldn't accept, you know, a partner acting a certain way towards me. But then when I was in my karmic relationship, I dealt with all kind of stuff that I never thought I would have dealt with, because I was in the karmic manipulation. I was in that, and I understand those things, right? But I never still, right? I'm not gonna say, oh, I did all kind of things. I hurt myself. I did things that I hurt myself. I took myself away from my friends and away from my family, and because I was getting depressed and I was being, allowing myself to be in this state of depression and all these things. But I never would have let my karmic convince me to do ill will to people that I loved. So it's not that at this point I'm like, oh, I just want to, I'm not trying to demonize this person. I understand that they just fell into a karmic trap, and that is what it is, But you need to understand that sometimes, right? Sometimes twin flames are not going to come into union in every single lifetime, because there's lessons that you learn from being kept apart in certain lifetimes. So if your karmic partner, or if your twin flame is acting like a karmic, don't call him your divine masculine. Call him a karmic. Okay? Because when the female karmic is doing these things, we do not hesitate. We're not calling her a divine feminine that just doesn't have her stuff together, even though that's what she is. We don't hesitate to demonize the karmics, especially if they're females, especially if they're women, while we continue to label these men who are doing terrible things still our divine counterparts. No, that person is a karmic. Until they are acting like a divine being, then they can be labeled a divine masculine. At this point, they're just a person who has the capability to be your divine masculine. But if they don't reach you energetically, if they stay doing karmic stuff, if you keep accepting them at this level, they will stay a karmic. Now, don't get me wrong, it is always their choice. It is always their choice. Just like it's your choice to keep calling this person your divine masculine, even though they're acting like a karmic. So that's what this very long, convoluted video has all been about, right? Some people come in wearing masks, because who doesn't want to be a divine being? But honest, you guys, I could exactly, right? But it ain't it, sis. It ain't it, sis. No. Yeah. Solve these issues by going inside, being alone, right? That 9 of Pentacles. It's important to be alone for a little bit. Yeah. Spend some time growing up and letting some old cycles truly end, right? And if that involves cutting off your divine masculine and walking away from this, then that's what it is. Divine masculine, right? And it doesn't mean that you walk away in anger, and it doesn't mean you curse them out, and it doesn't mean you just go, oh my God, I just can't believe you just couldn't grow up and you couldn't get your stuff together. It's just, hey, you're acting like a karmic, and I'm not down with that. I'm not going to stay stuck in a cycle with you while you're pretending, like, while either you masquerade like you're a divine masculine because you're just on an ego trip because you found somebody that called you a divine masculine and you were like, oh my God, I am a divine masculine. Right? Because I found myself doing that before, right? Being like, oh, this karmic thinks she's a divine feminine. Well, she could be, if she wasn't acting the way that she was. Some people in some situations are always destined to be karmics, and then those same people can turn around in other situations and be divine people. It's all about where they are and how they've learned their lessons. It's if they choose to go down this karmic route, that's their choice. So don't be scared to walk away from a person that you have identified as your divine counterpart if they are on the fuck shit. If they are not there, working it out with you, putting in the work, showing up, being a positive person to you and your community and yourself and your love and light, like, then just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave them alone. Don't watch tarot readings about them. Wish them well. Hope that they recover from their karma as well as they can and go on about your business. You know. Yeah, exactly. Right? Because I'm really being so drawn right here, especially with this cut that keeps happening right here with this Ten of Swords Hermit mode, right? Star Moon Angel 1111, right? Victoria talks about that, about how in her decks the Hermit card has been coming up, and in this, like, in the Fool's Journey, the Hermit is the masculine, is the Emperor, right? Who never got his stuff together, is what she says, right? Who never got their stuff together, and they got sent up to the mountain to be this lonely hermit, right? And I'm just being reminded of her telling it like this, right? Like that, like, let the karma, as soon as I talked about their karma, let it show, right? Let that be their tower. Let them see that just because I identify you as my divine masculine doesn't mean that I won't walk away on you because you're not acting right. And it's not as a punishment. It's just as I'm not about to punish myself by being around with some karmic masculine or some karmic feminine out there, right? If you guys feel like you are trapped in a karmic cycle and it's a toxic situation, walk away from it. Whether or not it's your supposed divine masculine, whether or not it's just a karmic partner, or it's a karmic soul tie, whatever it is, break away. If it's toxic, if it's codependent, break away from it and leave it behind. Exactly. That person was put in your life to teach you the red flags. Exactly. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Exactly. Your love life is affected by what the divine plan was. And if the divine plan was this person just to come into your life and teach you about these red flags, to give you this test, forgiving and learning, right? Whether or not, whoever this person is, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moments. Release this person. It'd be so funny if that release your ex card came out. Yeah, what did I say, right? Spend the time getting to know each other. Spend the time. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Exactly. Or it loosens because you're like, you're not the person I thought you were. Spirit is saying, heal these codependency, attachment, detachment issues that you have and take the time to really get to know somebody. Okay? This could be the one. We'll see if it comes back out. Exactly. Love yourself first. Thank you, Spirit. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Exactly. Okay? And like I was saying, trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Absolutely. Have faith in the divine plan. Okay? Have faith in the divine plan. If this person is your divine masculine, then they will straighten up. Then they will do the work. Then they will enlighten themselves. They will do the work. They will do the healing. Then they will come towards you. Or they will do the work and they will do the healing. They will be given another soulmate because you've already chose somebody else who was there to treat you right. You know, and then that's still blessed. Like, okay, blessed. Thank goodness that person just didn't stay in like this hell karma. You know, that they were allowed to make up for that karma and, you know, become a better person and at least give a good life and not be bringing in, you know, all of these karmic children into the world, being stuck in karmic relationships, getting this girl and that girl pregnant or whatever kind of F shit, you know, whatever kind of stuff that, you know, that was happening with them while they were acting like a karmic. Let them act like a karmic for as long as they need to. It's their journey. Let them grow up at the time and the pace that they need to. Trust the divine plan, right? The divine plan could have totally been for you two just to meet each other and be activators to each other in this lifetime. And then the both of you go through your karma and maybe you don't end up together. Maybe you end up with other people. You know, especially if one of you is taking much longer and the other one's ready to move on, that's your choice. You know, and you don't have to feel like, oh, I'm failing my divine purpose if I... No, sometimes the divine purpose is to have enough self-respect for yourself, to love yourself first, and to walk away from that situation. Period. Because if that person is acting like that, then they're not worth being with you. They're not worth being with. It doesn't mean that they're not worth it as a person. Like, still send them love and light, but no. Getting to know each other again as you reveal your... Yeah, I just read that. Make the effort. Okay. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Exactly. Finances and career. Financial issues are affecting your love life right now. Yeah. Lessons. I just heard lessons. Like, people are being taught lessons right now. People are taught lessons worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. You deserve love. You are lovable, right? Absolutely. And pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Exactly. If your divine counterpart is showing you red flags, walk away. Right? Spend the time getting to know this person and who they really are. If you see red flags, walk away. Okay? But the divine is asking for you to trust in this situation. To trust that you are being led to where you need to be led to. Right? Yeah. Some of you are going to have a talk about a separation, which is what we're having right now, right? A talk about separation. This is bold and honesty, right? Like, you need to get together. I need to get together. If you're still doing karmic stuff, I'm not with it. Exactly. Exactly. Love yourself first. If you're with the karmic, I'm not with it. Period. Heart-to-heart conversations and trust. Okay? Trust. Some of you just are like, I just want to talk to this person. You're gonna talk to that person. But for some of you, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I can trust this person. And for some of you are gonna have the realization like, I was never meant to be with this person. Religious factors. Yeah. Some of y'all are really being, like, this person is really being guided away by their religious upbringing. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay, what was I just saying? By the way this person was raised, specifically their religious or spiritual upbringing has really affected being able to have open and honest communication with this person. Yeah, look at that. Soulmate popped out. This could be your soulmate, and give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. I feel like that's what spirit has been trying to tell this person. Like, you need to have like trust. Just have trust and faith in us. But this person hasn't, right? So it's like all these like you need to have faith, you need to have trust, heart to heart conversation to understand that your religious upbringing and the way your family raised you is really having an effect, making you push people away that you love, is making you act like karma, is making you act like a karmic. Understand that this person is your soulmate and you need to give this relationship a chance, but you need to love yourself first, right? Heal yourself, get yourself right. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime, right? And I understand that a lot of you are just like, oh my gosh, like I can't, like, right? And I understand. I understand. I really, really do. It's hard to walk away from this person, especially when you know how you feel about this person. But it's so imperative that you love yourself first, because if this person can't evolve, if they can't take this step, what if you're always just the side girl, or you're always the person he doesn't claim because you're not the right religion, or his family just won't understand, like what's the point of being that? What's the point of saying that you're a soulmate, that you're the one, if they don't treat you like you're your soulmate? That's not. That's understanding. That's recognizing. That's them recognizing who you are, but still holding back. Which to me is worse. Chemistry, exactly. This person is so strongly sexually attracted to you too. And this person knows who you are. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I think children. Something about children. Some of you have known this person since you were a child. Calling in your soulmate. But that's what this is right here, right? Loving yourself, right? Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you two together, right? Like I said, if it's the divine plan for you two to be together, concentrate on yourself. Heal yourself. Don't concentrate on this person. Don't concentrate what they're doing with their karmic. And if they're acting like a karmic, cut them off and walk off. Exactly. Oh, I'm laughing at myself. Whew. I'm laughing at myself so hard. Let go of control issues. Let this happen naturally, right? Just worry about yourself. Let this situation, yeah. So this is falling over here on the masculine side, over here, and attraction is falling over here, right? So loving yourself first, you attract romantic love by fully enjoying this moment, right? Living up to your fullest potential, being your most beautiful true self, loving yourself first. That's what calls in your true soulmate. Or if this person is your true soulmate, they will start acting right. Because I can't 100% for say, like people, a lot of different people watch this, and a lot of different people have different possibilities. Like everyone out there still has like multiple possibilities that their future could be in, right? So I'm trying to kind of get like the majority trump, so for like 80% of you, you're gonna move on, and you're gonna move on and call in a soulmate, right? The healing and the attracting and the walking away and being like, I am not worth this, I am worth somebody who's not doing all this stuff. Like, why would I want to be with somebody? Why would I want to call somebody my divine masculine when they're doing all that? Because you're not acting like a divine masculine. So I'll call you a karmic because that's what you're behaving like. Because if you were a female and you were doing this, a reader or somebody wouldn't hesitate to call you a karmic. So I'm going to call it as is. You are a masculine karmic. And as long as you act like that, as long as you're in your control issues, as long as you're just coming at this like chemistry, As long as you won't reveal your truth and won't or are letting all these religious issues hold you back, like, then you're still not done with your karma. You know, let that stuff happen naturally. And that's a note to the divine feminine too. Like, walk away and let it happen naturally. True love came out. This is a romance of a lifetime. What do you want to tell me about what the divine feminine is attracting by loving themselves and walking away? Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Yeah, supporting people. Supportive people are coming into your life. That's what you're attracting. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. On the bottom of the deck. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yeah. So if you are just getting that feeling like, oh, I just got to move on. If you're hearing your intuition tell you, okay, just move on, just let this go, just let it be what it is. Let it be what it is. Release your eggs. Release your eggs. Yeah. The time has come to clear your energy. Just that. I said I'd freak out, but there it is. Just that. Release this person. Let go and release this person. If they're about that, they can stay about that. If they want to be about something better, then they can put in the work and heal themselves. Engagement. Exactly. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. The more you love yourself, like when you decide, no, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I'm not going to engage with somebody who acts like this, even supposedly if they are my divine counterpart. A divine counterpart connection is not worth it if it's not in the light, right? And because of that, because you're releasing all of this energy and you're clearing that away, you're calling in a soulmate who is attracted to the fact that you love yourself, that you care about yourself. Not somebody who's going to pray that you stagnate or that you stay stuck or that you don't leave them. That's not the type of love that you want. You want a true love, like the real thing. And by loving yourself and walking away, that's what you're telling the universe you will accept. I will only accept somebody who is here to help me. Somebody's here to help build with me. You know, somebody that will help me live in this beautiful moment, and somebody who's ready to have something real, engagement. Like, right, your love life is ascending to this higher level, right? Because you are attracting in a higher level soulmate who has done the work, who is healed, you know? Yeah, flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy. Exactly. Extend your lighthearted energy to others and express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture with wedding right behind it. Wow. Yeah, bro. If this person wants to play games, let them play games by themselves, or let them play games with their karmic. You know, if somebody wants to stay like that, then they're gonna stay with the person who will tolerate that, right? But that's what you need to do. Retreat. You need to get away. You need to get away from that energy. You know, if your person wants to stay with their karmic because they'll accept them acting like the low vibrational person that they are, like, then let them stay with their karmic. They could be each other's karmic. You know? 2 more. 2 or 3 more. Exactly, spirit. Okay? Me and you are having heart-to-heart conversations right now, okay? We are honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And that's exactly what I'm doing with you right now, with you guys. I'm honestly discussing the things that I have just been really feeling. And And this is a heavy message, and it was a heavy message for me to accept myself. Like, okay, G, like you really have to hold yourself to task, because if you're gonna ask your the people who follow you, the people that listen to you, like if you're gonna ask them to have to make these hard decisions, you're gonna have to make these hard decisions yourself. You're gonna have to stop doing these things yourself, right? And you're gonna have to love yourself first, enough to understand that I'm not fixing to acknowledge anyone as a divine masculine while they're behaving like some of these tarot readers act like the divine masculine is behaving. And I think it's something that you guys should really be aware of. Okay, a lot of people that you have felt like were your divine masculine or were not your divine masculine. They were just a karmic soulmate who was sent here to really test you, to really test your self-worth, to really push you, to really be like, how far will you let somebody treat you? How long will you wait on somebody? How long will you let somebody disrespect you? How long will you label somebody something when they're not acting like it? Thank you, Spirit. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Absolutely. Find what you are actually passionate about. And don't worry about this, right? Don't worry about all this like actual physical passion. Like, yes, manifest like physical passion too if that makes you happy, you know? But like I really am reading this card as in like what in the material world really, you know, makes you passionate. What career makes you passionate? Uh what craft, what outlet? Is it working on your body? Is it making jewelry? Is it doing this? Is it working on your career? What is it in this physical world that gives you that passion, that makes your heart sing and fill all the empty space that this person was leaving in your heart with that? Because I'm really feeling like if you were being drawn to this video, that if this is not your story, don't take it, don't let it resonate with you, but obviously there are going to be people out there who are on this type of journey as well. So I just want to express that, because I've been really feeling that a lot, where I just had this realization where I was just like, this person is not a divine masculine. Why are they calling them a divine masculine? Because they are not acting like a divine masculine. They're acting like a karmic, like a real low vibrational karmic. So that person is not a divine masculine. They're a karmic. And I just had a little social commentary to do with the whole, like, if this was a woman acting this way, they would not hesitate to call them a karmic. However, because it's a man, it somehow is still your divine masculine. Like, no, stop labeling somebody that acts like that a divine masculine. They're not. So if somebody tells you that they're doing all this and they have you on the side and they have a wife, they have like 5 different girls and they're being a player and they're blah blah blah, like, no, that's not. Just take that divine masculine little out of there, right? Stop identifying them as a divine masculine. That's a karmic. And once they choose to grow up and stop acting like a divine masculine, then they can earn that label. Just like you had to learn you had to earn the label of divine feminine. Yeah. This is the romance of a lifetime. But I'm being so drawn here to this angel on this person's shoulder. Also, is this supposed to be Mark Anthony and Cleopatra? I'm pretty sure it is, actually. Yeah. I don't know why that's significant, but that really just, like, I've never noticed that before, but I'm pretty sure that's what that's supposed to be. That story might resonate with you guys in some kind of way or something like that. Or Egypt or Rome might resonate with you guys. Mm, I'm feeling like past life energy with this. Yeah. So for some of you, that could be like your cue that this reading is for you. If you felt like you had a past life and you were like a Roman soldier, or you lived in Egypt, or you identify with being like a foreigner that went to another country and like fell in love with like a native person there. This, if that resonates for you for like past life or anything like that, or if you've had that feeling before, or stories like that just resonate with you, then this is your reading. That's what I'm getting. Or if specifically the story of Mark Antony and Cleopatra resonates with you for some reason, because that just stood out to me so much. Yeah. On here. Oh, exactly. Look at that, you guys. Past life relationship. Was I not just talking about that? And look, because I was like, look how similar that the poses are. And where is this? This is like a past life relationship. It looks like they're like at like, well, they have some kind of stone monolith behind them. It almost looks like they're. What is this man wearing? Looks like he's wearing a loincloth. Okay, their wardrobe does not really fit them living some kind of paganistic Stonehengean kind of existence, but whatever. That could also be a thing for you, which is weird that it's on the past life card. That's weird that these two past life things just popped up out of nowhere. But I mean, hey, I'm also going to be putting out a past life, a twin flame past life soulmate pick a card reading. I'll probably be putting that up. I'll probably be editing that tonight. I know I've been talking about that, but Spirit's been telling me to just wait to hold up on that. But I feel like I'm gonna post that really soon because the past life stuff keeps coming up, and that's so funny because there's a lot of past lives that read a lot just like that, which is like what? Oh, I'm sorry. There was past lives in those. That's what reminded me of it. I'm like, oh wow. I really enjoyed that reading too. But I think, yeah, here, codependency. Look, codependency and red flags. Look at that. Codependency and red flags. There's a big issue here with some kind of past life karma, past life temptation that has really inspired a lot of codependency and this connection between you and your twin flame. I just heard like past life curse, like a past life curse for you two to not be together. But it's important. It's always important, though, that the two of you learn how to love yourself first to break this codependency. To not feel like you have to be with each other. You'll die without each other. You have to just wait on this one person and only be with this one person because they're your twin flame and you know them and you recognize them and you remember all this past life together. But if this person is on this, like, then break this codependency. Break this codependency on this person or with this person. Break this cycle and move on to the next. It's a lesson this person needs to learn. Mm-hmm. Because look, it's like here, it's like this angel right here is like pushing this guy, like, come on, come on. Like, the two of you are supposed to be together, but like, you gotta learn. It's like they pushed them into learning really tough lessons. Lessons about temptation, about being faithful. Mm-hmm. Also for some of you, it's about philandering, having like multiple partners. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So for some of you need to understand that God is using you to teach this divine masculine or this divine counterpart a very important lesson, and you need to let yourself be used by God to teach them this lesson, this codependent red flag, this lesson. Because if you unconditionally truly love this person, which is what you're supposed to do, then you will understand that part of that is loving yourself first. Because you always want this person, you'd always want this person to love themselves first. I've said that several times to myself, like, if it was the other way around and I truly love this person, like I would want them to be free of me if I was acting that way. So that so that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. This person needs to have it, needs to take their time in healing all of their family issues and things that they're going through right now. It didn't, but I felt like this just like gave me a paper cut. It didn't though. That was so weird. Mhm. Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. If you choose to be with this person, even though you know they haven't healed, something is going to be revealed to you. Mm. Something very traumatic is going to be revealed to you. Yeah. Choose this new love. Choose this new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. And look here, right? Like while I was talking about the angels, we're on that person's shoulder trying to guide them. But in the other drawing or the other illustration, it was like the person was just so lost, and the angel was like looking at us, like the viewer, right? The perspective of the angel was like they were still on their shoulder, but they were just like, I'm trying, but this person's not listening. But look at this person. This person is surrounded by angels, and they're listening. They're listening to them to lead them to someone else. That's so weird. I just heard from Harry Potter when Filch, which one is that? Is it the first Harry Potter? I think it is, yeah, where they the Harry Potter movies where they're taking as part of their detention, they're taking them into the Forbidden Forest. And they're like, and Filch is like, gotta keep your wits about you. You know that scene I'm talking about where the Draco's like, is like, in the Forbidden Forest. Yeah. So anyway, I just heard that, right? Like your spirit guides are telling you to keep your wits about you, to understand that all these other people, these other karmics, this person, while they're acting like a karmic, they've all been, all these people have come into your life to teach you the red flags that you need to see, right? So let other people come into your life, see the red flags. If there's red flags, walk away from them. Yeah, exactly. Forgiving and learning, right? Forgive the stuff that they have done to you. Forget the stuff they were on, right? Look at this person though, right? Look how this one person is like falling at their knees. They're like, I'm so sorry, please forgive me. So the person's like, yeah, okay, look at that. They're like, yeah, okay, yeah, I forgive you. Sure, sure. It's because they're thinking about this new love. They're like, yeah, sure, I forgive you. It's like the ghost of the past trying to haunt them. Like, and he's like, yeah, no, I forgive you, because they're too busy thinking about this new love. It's like, look, he's like. So if this person comes back, yeah, forgive them, but that doesn't mean that you need to let this person back into your life. I just heard that. Like, so you keep your wits about you. This person, exactly. This person might come back and they might be trying to be really playful, really like, come on, let's just have a good time. Let's go out together, spend some time together. Hold this person to task though. Make them explain themselves. Make them explain themselves, and you keep your wits about you. Like, if this person comes back and when you see red flags, but like, give this relationship a chance. Give this person a chance to talk. you know? But, yeah. Healing family issues. Let go of control issues tried to come out. Oh, there's another card. I see release your ex. Right there. It's popping out too. And soulmate. What are you trying to say about this, Spirit? This is the last message I want to bring to you guys, too. Keep an open mind. And, ooh, deception. So I told you. Look, and there's that children. I knew the children card would be coming out. Also, with this trust children right here, I just got the message that for some of you, this person has kids and you're going to be around this person's kids and they're going to tell you the truth of the situation. They're going to be like, they're just going to say something like, Daddy, do you have to have so many girls around, or, you know, another one or something like that? They're going to say something. You're going to be like, what? Yeah. If you go and you keep an open mind and you accept this person back and you give this relationship a chance, some kind of deception is going to be revealed to you in the end anyway. You know, but who's, yeah. And it could be revealed to you like by a child. You know, you could be like helping this person with their kids or something, and they could say something like, I like you more than the other lady, or, you know, oh, is mommy gonna come? Is mommy gonna spend the night like she did last night, or something like that? Like, you're gonna find out that this person is either still dealing with their baby mama, that they have some other women on the side or something. Like, this person, whoever this person is, they're gonna come back in, and even if they are your soulmate, okay, there's still some kind of deception here. I'm just gonna be honest about that. That's what I see. Even if this person is your soulmate and you give them a chance, this past person, there's still some kind of deception happen here. This person could try to come to you and try to get married to you. Wow. Or if you have this self-love and you let go of your control issues, you could have a new love that you might meet through your friends. Let your friends help you keep coming out with that new love. You might meet them through your friends, through a friend group. You might know them. Some kind of reconciliation from your past, like a really old past person that keeps coming up. And this wedding card, you could meet this person at a wedding, or with this engagement and the wedding card come out, this could be a person that you end up getting married to. This new love is. I really feel that. Yeah. All right, I'm so sorry, you guys, but that's what I really feel. Honestly, I really feel like even if you let, yeah, this past person is about to come and express their love to you, and it's gonna be up to you. But you need to remember that you deserve love, and that real love, that real true love, thank you, Spirit, is worth waiting for. It's safe for you to love now. Release your ex now that you release your ex. So please, if you've dated this person before in the past, like, please just let this person go. 1414 down on the clock. Just let this person go. They're not for you. Yeah. I just keep hearing that new love, true love. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. Separation from your ex. Release your ex. excuse me, if you've been in separation with somebody, like somebody that you've been identifying as your twin flame or whatever, let this person go, okay? And yes, pay attention to the red flags. Trust what you're being shown. Stay optimistic about your love life, and stay in this honeymoon phase with yourself. Stay in this honeymoon phase, right? Stay in this joy and happy. Get into your own passions. Get into your own thing. Yes, get playful with yourself. Go out there, spend time with your friends and your family, and you're gonna come into contact with this new person who's gonna be there for you and gonna be supportive for you, and is not going to be on the play stuff like your ex was. Okay, exactly. Let that go. All right, you guys. Sorry if the beginning of this seems a little convoluted. I was jumping around a lot. It took me a while to kind of like filter in like what's the divine exactly. Like the divine was trying to say a lot of different things all at once were hitting me, and I was like, whoa, slow down, slow down. So sorry if this was a little convoluted. But I really hope that you guys understood the message, or just the personal like message that I have been receiving. And like I said before, this is not an attack on any of the other tarot readers, because I have read like this before too, and it's just something I've been slowly being enlightened about, and I really want to try to really work that into my readings, that if I see that somebody is doing all of this stuff, is doing all of this extra stuff, is, you know, conspiring, I'm not going to call this person a divine masculine anymore. And you guys know that we've been having that divine, you know, the emperor card in reverse keeps coming up, which is just you know, proof that this person is in their shadow, and this person seems to be wanting to stay in their shadow, and that seems to be it seems to be what is happening in my particular collective. The story that I keep picking up is that this emperor is deciding to just stay in their shadow. They're deciding to not be an emperor. They're deciding to be a karmic, and I am so sorry. It thundered right when I said that. You know, but have the self-love that you need to walk away from this person, even if they are supposedly your twin flame. Walk away from this person, and give them the room that they need to grow up. And that does not mean that you'll be with that person, right? But it does mean that you will be the inspiration for them to actually grow up and go through their actual real awakening, right? And in the meantime, you'll be drawing in somebody who is energetically matching you, who is about loving themselves as well, who is about walking away from karmic people or karmic situations or karmic thought process that do not serve them, right? And that's the type of person that you really want to attract into your life. That's the type of person that you really want to be with, you know. And if you are showing the universe that you really are about loving and understanding and accepting yourself, then that's the type of person that they're going to give you. Okay, so please love yourself enough, you guys. I know that it's hard. Meditate on this, pray about it, pray for the strength to walk away from this person. I know how much you guys love them. I know how I feel about my person that I've been thinking was my divine masculine, and whether they are or whether not, whatever, I'm loving myself enough to walk away from a situation that isn't serving me. And so I would pray that you guys are strong, that you guys will find the strength inside yourself to do the same thing. Because obviously, like, if you're here watching this, then this obviously resonated with you because you're watching it all the way to the end. So clearly, if you're still here with me, hello, thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me your time. And I hope that I really helped give you some enlightenment. All right, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.